Interesting. Looks like they've actually made it unhost properly now. That's a positive change. And to a certain extent, maybe a bit of a surprising one. As we can see, I actually do have my notes set up here. And we are going to be taking care of that first. And I was wondering why this is here and that is there to address a bug that I ran into previously. There's nothing here because we haven't unlocked anything. Sometimes the doors are a little bit finicky. But as you can see from my notes, we actually have quite a bit to do. Is it? I think it's the one in the hamlet. Indeed, I am correct. I think it's this exit. It really does not matter if we run into anything. Nothing here is threatening. I appear to be wrong. So it was the other exit from that spot. Which seems off to me, but it is what it is. No, I can actually tell, looking at this now, that it would be that one because I know that it's this screen. And I don't know why I didn't get the item and recipe. It's a weird one. Oh, actually, that's the stairs we need to climb to get the fuck out of here. And there's actually two items there. One of them is, of course, the recipe. The other one is the chest we're missing. Fortunately, the game in this case puts both of them together. I think most people wouldn't realize they were missing anything otherwise. And then again, all things considered, it's even with the necessity of you can only miss 5 chests, it's kinda nice that the game actually has a counter of where you have missed. Now, obviously some of those are no longer retrievable after you have left the area, which is a dick move, but now that's the first one. We can actually grab the sands one as well. I say one. I say one because it really only should be one. And you'll see what I mean. Because how the fuck did I miss this one? it's a mystery. The other one's also very conveniently close. Owing to this, but it would be a huge pain without this. I can't call it a oversight. I can't call it a bug. It's a visibly different section. It doesn't feel like it should be a path up or down the side there. And if you don't see it, no, you really don't see it. It was a rock on the tree. Actually, I have some stat-up items I can use. Ones that aren't being used for anything else. Actually might be a decent amount of health. I think they're like 3 or 4 health and energy. But yeah, you can see that it's just a little bit different. Doesn't have the little border. And that could have been a fuck up while placing the tiles down. I honestly cannot say for certain. And I'm grabbing these because the disease is still a little bit dangerous. A little bit, I say, as if we haven't improved meaningfully since last time we were there. And my notes just say all over because I'm missing 7 of them. And that means that, yeah, it's pretty much just all over. I think the vine actually has 2 of them, so. And of course, by grabbing these to start, we drastically decrease how dangerous other fights can be. I don't think that's one. Nope. You can kind of tell when you get into a fight because normally the colors of everything change. But in some cases they'll stay the same. I don't know if we're strong enough to well, without a crit we're not, but I should say a crit on Randolph's part. But the enemies are not, that's unfortunate. Are not quite as dangerous as they used to be either. That is the way down here, and I think this has 2 of the. We're getting ever closer. This is actually, well, I'm probably not going to wait long enough for it to be a meaningful recovery from that first one, but it will provide a little bit. There's not, I don't think. that Hydra stepping out onto the thing is a real annoyance. But with the bear having taken a hit without dealing any damage, we were in a pretty good spot. And of course, if we can avoid a fight now, we are in heal-off range. I just don't remember where the fuck to go. Oh, shit. And at least the damage was split. Was there additional spots to go down here? This just leads another route to the... Oh, fuck it, I'll come up here and heal and save. No reason not to when a screw-up could have me needing to redo everything we have done so far. Which, 10 minutes in, is not a good sign. And the goats are considerably less dangerous than they used to be. Yeah. I was thinking this was the way over. Apparently there's a grave further to the right. Obviously not one of these. Which begs the question, where do we go? Possibly down here. Possibly down here. And, yeah. We'll probably be in... Oh. I was gonna say we'll probably be in heal-off range. And I was planning on... Or close enough to it anyway. I was planning on just sitting there, waiting for the healing to occur. No, I already grabbed that. So it turns out the goats are still dangerous when there's enough of them that we can't take out can't do enough damage to take them all out. But right now that is the extent of the times where they are dangerous. So I suspect there are chests in both directions. I'm pretty sure there's still chests underground I have not grabbed. Now, the really dangerous situation with the flies comes when you are actually weaker than I am. Okay, I can't remember if any of these... and that situation is basically if you hit all 3 flies in a room. Most rooms have only 3 flies. I think this leads to a chest we've already grabbed, but yeah. Where you're in a situation where you can't kill everything easily. And so 1 or 2 of the flies get their stuff off, and you also are then dealing with a buffed. I think the Hydra is the worst of them. Because the bear misses a lot, and I mean, the Hydra misses some of the time, but our evade seems to work a bit better on... Yeah, we grabbed that chest already. On the Hydra than it does on the... or on the bear than it does on the Hydra. Probably because of the whole 1 attack versus 2 attacks thing. I'm just gonna save in the normal slot. I don't think we... The problem here mostly comes from the difficulty of well, which, you know, you attack an enemy, where's, assuming you kill that one, where's your second attack gonna go? Oh, we did get these, get the chest down here. Probably by being a lot more careful than we're being now. Well, that, even odds of being a wipe. Yeah. Oh, we had grabbed that before. Nothing down here. Coincidentally, that skill bind is one of the reasons why they stay dangerous, even if the yell weren't important. And I need to check that because I don't know if we've gone down there. We indeed have. Looks like we grabbed the nearby chest as well. I think up is the vines. I don't think the raves up here are anything. It's sometimes worthwhile to check via that mechanic, even if I'm, you know, mostly sure. Zenith Tears, and an energy up. A fair amount of skill, a weird crit multiplier. Just kind of a weird item overall. Okay, so we got an entrance right here. But we also have a fair amount of area that I don't recall having explored. If I did explore, I didn't do it very well. So it really is just that top left one. And this is just the route up to the shortcut back. And of course, the tree. The tree where we've already grabbed the item. Because it's not an item. Man, Dragon Slayer's a good move. So I seem to recall there was a part where we walked into what was essentially... I think it's down here. No, I'm misremembering. I think there is something up here. That's not what I'm stating. I think that damn it. Oh. Yeah, there's 2 items here and possibly an exit. God, Dragon Slayer has a nice sound to it. Magic Bean. Where the fuck? Haven't we used Magic Beans in every spot we can? That's where the other entrance to that... No? Must be south and east. That's interesting. Oh, no, it is this room. I wanted to think if I hadn't moved, we would have probably had them stacked up so that the hit all of them. I hate that Dragon Slayer isn't a guaranteed hit. But that should be all of the chests. Which means now we just need to get out of here. Which is again easier said than done. Although we are getting lucky on both crit rolls and damage rolls right now. Especially since Randolph does not have an especially high crit stat. Oh wait, no, it's this one? This one. And that's mostly relevant because this southern passage is a lot less enemy dense than trying to go through above. And of course it's a straight shot with a pretty easy way of avoiding the one enemy that's there. And the goats aren't reactive to your thing, they just move randomly, and random chance stated, hey, it wanted to move in front of me. I will of course double check, but that should be it for everything but the nest and the uncharted area. Oh, and I guess... Oh, I thought we had the, whatever the final area is named. But I guess we wouldn't, because we've not been there. And we also have this, which is 10 recipes. It's still a little bit of ways away from that ultimate recipe door, which I will show off, is here. 12 recipes. Defeated. Who knows? And 260 treasure chests. We actually have the money to get that. Interesting. Or hero supplement. Now all of these are pretty good. Heaven's Blessing might be the worst of them, but even still, it's worth grabbing. And Starfall Magic's main use is getting a potentially skill-heavy Aeriths, depending upon what you're tossing on him. A good damage ability. Because by default, he's not going to have one. Hell, it takes a couple levels to get him healing magic. Resurrection magic. Actually, I don't think he has resurrection magic. That sells surprisingly well. How about the roast rat? Oh. I suppose it makes sense that well, actually, the roast rat sells worse than the rat meat itself does. Actually, since I know I'm not going to be using the things for the recipes I have outside of their recipes. Oh, when the... I don't remember getting the blue stocking recipe. Make a second, I believe I can fly. I'll make a twin tail. Actually, I'll make a second twin tail. Because it's also used in a recipe itself, and that way I won't have to worry about it. The hair is good, but the hair is not as good as a second chatty barber is. Poison's actually pretty strong. I don't know the rate at which enemies get afflicted by poison, but poison doesn't seem to wear off. Poison seems overall... It's a pain in the ass to deal with on your part, so it's a pain in the ass to deal with on the enemy's part. I don't remember what all is used for recipes is the issue. Three-legged frog would probably be worth it. Expensive stone now that we have the twin tail. And actually given our overall strength, probably worth it. The other things, not so much. No, I don't have that up. Give me just a sec. So, what we want to look at is our armor. The three-legged frog is obviously one of the stronger armors. It does not have much as far as other effects go. And indeed, when used as an armor, or when used as an all-purpose, is solid but not spectacular, not in the way that the Aegis or the Illusion Cocoon are. Both of them providing sporadic guard, of course. So that really leaves it in the realm of Splendid Leviathan, the three-legged frog, and the Cordelia, which I may end up referring to as the Cody every once in a while, as your probably stuck in the defense slots. And yeah, I know that's covering some items we have not yet gotten. I'm really not concerned about spoilers in this case. I'm probably never going to use the doubloon. I just don't like selling items I don't remember they're used. And I don't want to sell the goat fur. That's actually used one of the few recipes I do remember. There we go. Because it's 18k. And we need to swap out one of our items, one of our least important items. And we do need to save first. Actually, we need to swap that out and then we need to save. The enemies that we're going to be facing don't drop anything. And that's not the standard. They have a... No, I didn't. Oh, I did make the twin tail. I just couldn't find it. The twin tail's special ability is Escape Dash. What this means is that in that pre-fight section, you run fast. Oh, hey, for Escape Dash, they actually have it become a dash in the web captioner. Amusing. I don't remember the piece of gear this provides you, for the record. And we might get fucked. Now, basically the reason I say we might get fucked is because, with the enemies not being in a spot where they are lined up, we are not going to escape in time. Also, you need, I think it's 2 seconds to get out of the room anyway. We are possibly a little weak for this anyway. It's definitely doable at our current level. But we really, really need the enemies to line up. Also, Randolph isn't going to be doing as much for the first few enemies as he... or for the first bit, as he will be once, it's just down to 2. And I don't know why one of them is a little bit weaker than the others. And if that name sounds familiar, that's because I thought like fucking 3/4 of the drops in the goddamn game were the Footfalls of Hope for a bit there. They are an interesting item. But the reason that they are not at the same level as the Zara sword is that they don't provide any evade. I mean, they also don't provide any agility. Or crit for that matter, it's just attack and skill. Which means they're not really a weapon for either, or a all-purpose for either of these two. They really only work as an all-purpose for Eretz. And it's not that Eretz has the agility. It's that Eretz is in such a dire need for stats as a not all-the-time character that and beneficial effects, that the lack of agility isn't a ruiner for the item. I think probably the shell. It hurts him defensively, but I think the improvement everywhere on the offensive stats will make it worth it. And we still need to get some better defensive gear, but that's gonna be a bit. There we go. Don't ask why I walked right past the flower. I can't really explain that one. Okay, so things stay depressed. I think it's a matter of if you go on to the next room. I think that's the way most of these work. I don't know if we did that though. Oh shit. Wait, is that not where the... Oh shit. No, I was remembering correctly. It's just at the bottom here. But apparently this area does not reset things just because you have not gone through the exit the way that the tower did for Nana. Now, most of my waiting around here is just going to be for the sake of... Which I think just attacking is probably fine. We will get hit, but I think that's true regardless of what actions we take. I think we would need to get a double crit from Randolph to avoid getting hit by the echoic memory. Weird. I don't know why the game canceled out the Dragon Slayer, but like, Carrots actually killed something. Kind of impressive in a weird way. And we're getting some decent luck on the drops. We will definitely want to be a little bit careful. But I mean, we have gotten to this point without using many of our resources, of our healing resources, I guess. We've used a reasonable amount of our we keep getting very lucky of our stamina restores. But I was really expecting to need to use most of those, most of the healing by now. Of course, when we get unlucky with a crit, and the flames are very dangerous. I demonstrated them last time, and I'm gonna try to avoid demonstrating them this time. I don't know why I keep thinking he has taken damage. Okay, so there's something up, but there's also the switch to the right that we care about. Man, we got low rolls on that damage. Definitely the version of the fight I prefer to run into. I'd just attacked with everybody. That would have probably been fine. It really depends on how lucky we get now. And I didn't demonstrate this last time, but when you step in them, you start taking damage. Which is annoying and rude. And the way to mitigate is all of them have a switch you can step on, and in some cases multiple switches you can step on to stop the poison. Jesus. They're really lined up there. I know it's 3 enemies on that small island, but and we got extraordinarily lucky. Only taking a small percentage of the damage I expected to take. It's actually kind of nice knowing that if we roll high and get a crit with Randolph, most of the time we're going to be pretty good as far as the encounters go. Actually, it might be this that turns off the, since it looks like it's required as the way forward. Yeah. Normally it's something in here that turns it off. And I'm looking around in here because I know normally there's a chest in here. Yeah. And we're gonna have a second encounter too, because that other one is too close to the exit. Oh. That's a pleasant surprise. And that one also, but it, I don't think it has a... I don't know why these are actually as aggressive as they are. I don't think is out here, is the thing, because it's optional, technically. I think. I'm stating this based off of old memories of this area. From the last time I streamed it. So, you know, only the most reliable of sources. Yeah, you can see that it's not necessary because, well, we're about to leave. And the nice thing about that is, well, all of that is now permanent. Meaning we can go back and do this, grabbing enemies at our leisure. I hate that that was the considerably safer option. Wow. That crit did not kill anybody. But that one, oh. Surprise after surprise. So yeah, Eritz's levels are pretty good as far as HP goes. They're not particularly good as far as anything else goes. Which is annoying. But it's also a matter of, well, okay, these two do fairly similar damage. And E with, yeah, it's a worse weapon, but it's not as much worse as... And at least his defense is getting up there. I think against, well, about half the time against the denials, it's probably enough to take them out, as long as they don't. Well, I guess as long as Randolph doesn't just only get one hit. Oh, so of course, to really make me pay, the game decided Camille was only going to get one hit. But yeah, I'm not sure where the switch is in here, but it's a matter of we do need to, you know, be kind of paying attention to everybody's health. The rewards are nice. Yeah, that does do damage faster than the out-of-fight healing heals. Annoying, but it is what it is. I think that's everything in here. Ah, hi. Well, actually... provided I don't go too ambitious on individual fights, the amount of HP we have should be plenty. Oh, screw you, game. And we'll be getting into a fight immediately after this. At least that crit made this one nice and easy. Though, of course, we got low damage rolls on the second guy, so... Randolph still died. But it doesn't matter. Too easy to step back onto that. Oh, and for the record, this is what those do. They provide us access to these. I think it's top is first? I'm not 100% certain. Hey there, what you doing this time? Are you writing something? Show it to me. Do whatever you want. Well then, I guess I will. I'll just flip through it. What do you think? Pretty interesting, right? Yep, pretty interesting. Especially this huge white space. I'm still writing that part. You're finished? Just get the hell out. Fine, I get it. Yeah? Then leave already. So why are you living in this hole anyway? I said get out. So yeah, our good buddy, the yellow Willstone, most likely Aries, is real fun. About this flower. I'm really gonna take it, okay? Told you it's fine. Hurry up and take it. Weren't you drawing a picture of a flower? Yeah, I changed my mind. I see. Alright, then I'll take it off your hands. I'll take good care of it. Okay. Well, I'll be back again later. You don't have to come back. Yeah, it is. Yeah, or it appears, I guess I should say, to be top to bottom. And helpfully, I believe now that we have grabbed chests in the area, the imagination shows up. telling us that there are 32 chests there. That's a lot. And if I remember correctly, one of them needs, well, I don't know if it's a chest per se. One of the items, I think that's in the imagination, needs cash. And if this sounds like a dick move to you, let me introduce you to Demon King Chronicle. Man, this shit sells terribly. Might not be a bad idea to go, well, I think the second area's stuff sells better. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think that's the case. I don't know why that double hits sometimes. Oh. The game just lets you walk off here. And I don't remember which of these is more dangerous. Probably the ones that die easily. Even though these have an AoE. But, the reason why the game makes it less obvious that you can just walk off there is because it has put dangerous enemies in the path. And so if you go in thinking, oh, I need to fight everything here, good fucking luck. Yeah, these are definitely the more dangerous. No, actually, it's about the same damage. Because you see those black pillars? Oh, and this is our good buddy, the mimic in the bottom right corner, or bottom right. I swear I know directions some of the times. Bottom left corner of the screen. Stream. A compensation. And if you attack them from, or if you hit the chest from the side, it doesn't line up perfectly with the bottom of the screen. Or with your health area. No, it actually has more health, both more health and does more damage than I remembered. I thought that was an auto drop. And another magic beam. Ah, there is the path out. I'm really thinking about going back and grabbing that Starfall magic just because, yeah, I would need to change the way I have Aerith set up, but it would give him something to fucking do. Oops. Okay. Yeah, those are annoying to deal with. They have a fair amount of health. They don't seem to want to drop their stuff ever. I mean, that's kind of just the case for everything here. But I think they just defend the first turn, and then they start attacking. Yeah, that's their attack. Ooh. I'm pretty sure it's terrible, for the record, but... yeah. Especially since it doesn't show up there. Indeed, every one of the items that we have seen that is special that is not the Aegis is shown up there. The Aegis is an exception, though. The Aegis is still fucking good. The Aegis is, in fact, fantastic and one of the best pieces, regardless of where you're putting it, despite that lower multiplier. Because its base stats are just a lot better than almost anything else you have access to. I shouldn't say almost. Its base stats are better than anything else you have access to. That's why it owns. And why, you know, when we get the recipe for it, that's going to be the first thing I do, is make the recipe. And it's one of those things where, well, the recipe uses common components, so obviously I'm going to make as many as possible. The problem is, it's a one-time use recipe. So that as many as possible is 1, which sucks. Because I would like to have 7. I guess I hadn't realized that the enemies here are moving a little bit faster than us. I suppose it's, to a certain extent, not surprising they are flying. Flying things do tend to move faster than walking things. I'm checking the corners here. I wouldn't mind running into an imprinting now. I think that's how we came in. Because I knew it was on the top left-ish area. Yeah, it looks like we managed to get everything. So this is bad. That went about as well as it could have. Actually, we're not doing that bad as far as resource usage. Well, that could have been much worse. If we'd gotten lucky with a we got lucky enough. I'm not even gonna speculate. But what I was gonna say is if we had gotten lucky with a double crit from Randolph, there was the possibility that we could have taken out Moltres in that turn. We are getting absurdly lucky, though. We're not getting our crits, but we are getting damaged somehow. Oh, that's the exit, top left. There is an additional chest. So it does seem like the birds actually have relatively accurate bird-like behavior in that they attack, but they have a short attention span. And that is designed to kind of trap you, because these enemies are annoying. And your expectation is going to be you walk up and, you know, these statues are obviously just statues, but they're not, because fuck you. Defense and HP, honestly, it's probably one of the more usable drops in this area. But it comes from the area that has the Aegis, which is, as I've already established, one of the best items in the game. To the point where we can go make it. So I'm going to go make it. Yeah, it's done. Oh no, I guess it's bottom to top. But I guess the first two, it doesn't really matter if you read them out of order. You again? I think I figured it out. You're a writer, right? And now you're worried because you're in a slump. That's why you look so unhappy. You're thinking, if the circumstances were different, things might work out. And you're stuck racking your brain in a cave on a hard-to-reach island. So then why are you here? I wonder why. Probably because I'm bored. I see. Well, get the hell out. Also, I still owe you for the flower. Just get out right now. That's the best way to pay me back. Oh, and about your theory. First off, I'm not in a slump. I'm the same as ever. Secondly, I'm not even a writer. I was close. Actually, you didn't even get one right. Will you just get out, please? So, Ares is kind of the character who I think everybody knows somebody like them. So, this just to dart would not be a terrible trade. Even if it gained nothing, it'd still be worth it. And of course, we could set Camille up for guaranteeing that crit. Or not crit, guaranteeing that second hit. Yeah, it'd be a loss of crit. Yeah, it'd be a loss of the lucky rabbit. But you know who needs that crit? Randolph needs that crit. And yeah, it'd be nice if we could, you know, swap over the Mask of Determination onto him as a armor. but I'm kind of considering dropping the, at least temporarily, dropping the Footfalls of Hope on Camille just to take advantage of that extra attacking ability. And I mean, also the Aegis just provides more health. So she'll be a lot stronger. The problem is, nobody else used the Zara sword, so they don't have it leveled up. For some reason I was thinking that was extra attack plus 2. Hold on just a moment. Ah. So the extra attack plus 2 items are the dagger, which does nothing, or the squid tentacle, which does nothing, and the dagger, which we don't have access to yet. Also, the dagger it also provides that ability as when it's used as a weapon, which is a much better deal. Probably. I guess if it's just being used as an extra attack item, it's not a big deal that it doesn't provide stats. Yeah, because it's as a weapon otherwise, it's about the same as the Praying Mantis axe, just with a bigger, larger range. So yeah, with this, the additional agility is largely irrelevant, but the agility that was present was largely irrelevant. We do lose out on that evade, and no, the Aegis's evade does not count in this case, because it's an armor, it's not an all-purpose slot. To the best of my knowledge, evade only counts, and magic defense only counts in the all-purpose slots, which is annoying, but it is what it is. I am thinking about, yeah, I am going to do that. We are going to go purchase Starfall magic. I don't know how much it costs. I know how much it costs in terms of gold. I don't know how much it costs in terms of MP. Oh, what's this? Defend 50 times. I am not particularly surprised that we only obtained that one after having gotten Eretz. And a lot of that's just how late you get. Eretz. But I'm pretty sure we have a bit of decent caster gear. I don't know that we're going to swap off weapon, because I don't think that's actually worth it. I'm pretty sure we have enough skill gear otherwise. Ah, the Elmo Moon also has. And none of these provide especially big effects, especially useful effects. Actually, as armor, Magnificent Zenith. And once we finish leveling it, the Ares clothes will be swappable. It'll be a pretty chunky loss as far as stats go, but or defense goes especially, but oh yeah, that's the reason why I never have had anybody using the Slightly Dirty Clothes. The all-purpose effect is awful. So I know we have some good skill items later on. One of the reasons I'm currently kind of slow boating it here. Sorry about that. Oh, that's... is that I also know we have some decent stuff here that might provide a bit of agility. Fair amount of that's actually coming from the Stained Wing. Yeah, it's probably fine. Although actually without a extra attack +1 item, I probably should have been more concerned about crit than agility. Oh, let's grab just one of these. Yeah, the use requirements for that suck. Especially with a relatively small amount of health. It's not something that's actually that useful to build for. Okay. Lesson learned. Attack it is. Actually, that might be useful anyway, just because it will be a bit of attack and a bit of HP. And once we get a decent weapon for him, he'll probably be doing okay anyway. So I believe that exclamation point attack is a uses MP or SP or whatever it is. Now these are rooms that are, you know, they're effectively punishment rooms. There's an issue with that line of thinking. There's treasure chests in here. These rooms are missable. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 chests in each one. I think there's two sets of these rooms with 3 chests. I might have that backwards. It might be 3 sets with 2. But I think it's set up such that if you miss all of them, you can't open that 260 chest door. Which is fucked. It's really looking like it's just, 2. And it just returns you to here. And the reason why we can't go back into them is we come back in and there's no stars. So you have to fuck it up on purpose. And of course sometimes the game decides you need a fight as soon as you walk in the room. I think that guy is probably set up to spawn right on the entrance. The enemies don't have randomized spawn locations to the best of my knowledge. Oh, that's really annoying. Especially since we didn't get a crit. They got a crit though. Which is kind of like us getting a crit, except worse in every way. Also, our damage lows were damage lows? Our damage rolls were low, and I think we missed a possible extra attack. Obviously not going to have been from Camille though. Because she can't. I don't think. If I was actually paying attention to the audio, I would have known for certain. And for the record, I probably shouldn't do that. What I'm saying there is I probably shouldn't be opening a chest so close to possibly running into an encounter. I know it's fine in this game, but I did get a hard lock in Saga Frontier 2 from doing that. So I think here, this is just a Commander Keen don't walk off the path puzzle. Position the window behind you. What did that mean? Well, it means open a second instance of the game. And that provides us the Delusion Cocoon. Which, actually... I need to look at, I would normally be comparing this in the, game, but since I know the Aegis has a weird and slightly lower scaling, its all-purpose stats are not as useful. The Delusion Cocoon is the other one that provides sporadic art. It does not provide crit or agility as a item, but the fact that the Aegis does might actually make it more useful for Randolph. On the other hand, that also means that the only item it could be replacing for Camille would be the Chatty Barber, unless we bring back the Zara Sword. And it'd be unlikely to be replacing the Mask of Determination anyway. That's a lot of agility. Not much else, but a lot of agility. Though there's also the distinct possibility of the Mask of Determination going back on in the regular slot, or its 12 crit. Tough to say. Oh, and I didn't mention it at the time, because I only just thought of it. The final chest we're missing in the nest is the plant. I don't know why that took me so long to think of the words. And also well, actually, no, that is still a loss of crit for everything but the Varnished Birdwing. It's a loss of agility there, but it is what it is. Yeah, this is a tough one. Partially because I know that the Delusion Cocoon and Aegis are eventually going to go in regular slots for folks. Yeah, I think that'll work out better just because of the simple fact Camille doesn't need the... Oh, and not a huge improvement, but Eretz can use the slightly more defense. So it's real easy to sit here and see that they are moving very quickly and get into kind of a huff of, oh, but how do you avoid them? Well, they only move when you move, dingus. Which also means, coincidentally, it's very easy to sit here and recover health. He is just a couple points of health too high. But when I resurrect him, Starfall magic is pretty good. But the hit all ability is kinda terrifying. So I think this has adequately demonstrated why these enemies are miserable to fight against. Because, holy shit, they can do a lot of damage. Well, that's a wipe. So yeah, we had not gone back. And that was a mistake. But, actually, I think that's going to be it.